Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. Recreate this Shein strapless dress with me, okay? Now this particular Shein dress has been recreated by different people, all right? But in the end, they try getting the same thing, okay? But in this video, we are concentrating on the particular one Shein itself sells, all right, you see on Shein. That is what we are recreating in this video. If it's what you're interested in, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, all right, and drop a comment on the comment section. You have any question, feel free to drop it on the comment section equally, all right. So let's analyze the dress first. Now it is a strapless. Okay, the back of this dress has zip, and the button you're seeing, those black dot, they are cover button, and it's just attached, just sewn as design on it. Now you can see there's a kind of opening, all right. So this is the calculation, this is the measurement I'll be using, all right. Bust 40 divided by 4, waist 30 divided by 4, and hip 40 divided by 4, half length, gown length 36. So this is the measurement we will be working with for this dress. Now looking at this dress, you see that it is not that curvy. The bustier is not they didn't use a serious bustier. How do I put it? They used a kind of a dart, but not bustier for this, all right? So for us to make this, I will be using my pattern paper to cut it, all right? Now, this is my pattern paper. I folded it into two, okay? I'll just go ahead and mark all the necessary measurements. Now, looking at this dress, you can see it is A-line, okay? It is A-line. It is not joined. There's no joining between the up and the down. There's no joining, so it is A-line, and it is not a flay. So you can cut it flay if you choose to, but it is A-line that I'll be using in the course of this video, all right? Now I'm marking out my armhole depth, my bust point, my half length, and my hip, okay? Now my shoulder to my armhole depth, I went for 8, and here I equally marked 8. And I connected it, that is my shoulder. Then the next thing is to curve my armhole. My bust point, I went for 10 inches, and my half length is 16 and a half, right? And the hip is 25, and this is the gown length, definitely 36. Okay, this pattern paper is actually 36 in length. Okay, so next thing is your nipple to nipple. And what am I marking? I'm marking 4.5. That is what I'm marking all through to the down of this dress. Now looking at this dress, look at the front. The front, one part has opening, the other part does not have opening. Okay, the cutting to be done, you can achieve both opening on both sides if you choose to, but if you choose not, it is your choice. Okay, but I will be explaining as time goes on. Now I took 1 inches on the waist, just my normal waist, that, but instead of taking half, I took 1. Now next thing is determine your bust point to upper chest. Now I do not want it to be at that armhole depth so that it will not be too curvy, too open. So I'll just use this and curve it the way it is. Haven't curved it this way, I'll come here and take half inches, connect it back. Okay, this is it. Now next thing is to mark out my original measurement. The bust is 10, the waist is this. Now for my sewing allowance, all right, when placing it on the fabric, I will add my sewing allowance, all right, but it's not compulsory. Now I connected it to the hip. Okay, now if you want, you can come at the hip and extend it, then use your curve and connect it back this way. Or if you do not want it that way, when it comes to sharpness, I always like to smoothen. Our waist is not this deep. Or you can go A-line this way. You can see how I'm placing this. You see the options you have. Either you go by extending it on the hip or you just go through a line, whichever one. But for the cost of this video, I'll be working with the A line. Before cutting, let's come down here. What I marked now is 1 inches for the bust dart. Okay, it helps a lot, especially when you're not working with a bustier. All right, so you can see how I curved it. I gave it space on that bust that part, so I can because I'll still need to cut and place it, right, and recut it again. So that space I gave is just allowance. Then you cut our dart here. Okay, you hold on the other side too and cut. Make sure they are even when cutting. Do not make mistake. Right? Good. This is it. Now you can see how it is. Now if I want it to be more curvy, this particular side bust, I'll need to cut it here. This makes your bust more curvy, especially when you're not uh, going for bustier. Okay, it makes it more curvy after sewing. So you place it this way and hold it back. The same thing with this one, hold it back. Use your tape and hold it back. Then you recut, place it well. Now looking at it, you can see why I left that excess I left. So I'll just place it back, use chalk and smoothen it out, then cut. This is it. I can now get my proper cutting. Okay, so having done this, so this is for my 2 up. All right, for the front is ready. Now this is my back. The back of this dress so does not have the back is just a normal strapless A-line back. All right, it doesn't have the slit or opening at the front. Okay, so it doesn't need much. It's just mark the basics and we are good to go. You already know the back has zip allowance, okay, and that is my zip. I use 1 inches, okay, for the back. All right, so I've marked the bust. The next thing is the waist. Then the same A line from the waist down to the end of the fabric. Now remember, you can extend it, though after this pattern paper, I'll just, when placing it on the fabric, we will be adding our allowance. Now what kind of dart will be done here? A normal waist dart will be used, okay, for this. Before doing that, for us to mark our dart, we need our bust point. So that is what I just marked right now, our bust point. Right there, the same way we went for our nipple to nipple, we'll connect it. But in this case, the front I use 1 inches, but this back we are going for ½ inches on both darts, just a tiny dart by the waist. Now you connect, okay. The next thing is I need to make my straps. We need to make it strapless. All right, and the armhole depth is where the front and the back connect. So you can either connect it this way. You can either go B straight this way, or you go down by 1 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches. Now I want to go in down by 1. You can see it. This is it. This is it. Whichever one is okay with you, you work with. But this circled part, it has to be connected there. All right. So all this part will be cut off. Now, once you have indicated it, you connect it straight. You connect the line straight, then you get your scissors and cut. All right, you cut the side too. Now the dart was not, so you can sew this dart as when sewing the dress, you sew this dart. But for the cost of this video, I'll just cut it open. All right, I'll just cut the dart open, but it will not get to the end of the fabric. Let's cut out the dart so it will be sewn back. Good. So this is our back. It is ready. So guys, if you're still watching, please do not forget to drop a like this video and subscribe to the channels, guys. Now, for us to place it, we are done with the back. This is the front. What I marked right now is about 1 inches, 2 inches before placing this, but I think I'll change it to the other part. All right, this part is not giving me enough space. Okay, it is not giving me enough space to achieve what we are about to achieve. Let me zoom to see so you see what we are trying to achieve. This pleat kind of on the left side of this dress is what we are trying to achieve. All right, this down part of it, you can see it has this pleat effect, inner pleat effect. So that is what we are trying. Now when you place your fabric, your pattern this way, I'm assuming this is the fabric. Okay, when you place it this way, you extend it from here. I'm going now, you can go up to 6 inches, but I went for 6. All right, on both sides I place the center first. On both sides of the center I measure 6 inches before plating. At the end of the 6 inches is where the sides, I started placing the side. And that line I drew, the waist, all the waist of the dress starts from that line. Okay, you can see they are on the same line. Then you cut. By the side you're cutting exactly, you're not cutting anything at the center, in between the center front, you're not cutting anything. So it's only the side that I cut. Okay, this side will be cut. So having it this way on the pattern paper, for you to cut it, just take it and place it on your fabric, then you cut. All these parts will be folded this way when sewing. Okay, it will give you that effect. It will give you that effect you're seeing. Now, if you do not want it to be folded, all right, just like it is on the picture, one side of this skirt, this gown, sorry, has this pleat. The other side do not. If you do not want it on both sides, one, like this part that has red, you will not need this placing. All you need to do is sew it back. Understand me? This part that has red, you will not need to space it the way I spaced the other part that is free. You will not be needing this spacing. All you need to do is close it. But if you want the effect on both sides, because I've seen some of them, the effect is on both sides. If you want that particular plate or opening on both sides, you have to space it the way I just spaced it. Okay, but if you do not need it, this part you're seeing that I circled red, you will not be needing this spacing. You will not need any spacing at all. All you need to do is place it and cut. Okay, but if you did it on both sides, why I decided to go this way, because I've seen people that theirs has that spacing. All right, so this is how it looks. Okay, you can see it is coming out perfectly well. Now when you sew it, I will equally turn the back of this so you see that the pleat was done at the back. Okay, now after placing it, all you just need to do is place it with the white paper and brown paper the way, and get your place it on the fabric and cut. You can see the openings. All right, you can see the openings the way it is. You can see it here. This is it. Here too has opening, but if you do not want it, you can close up one side as I just explained earlier, so it doesn't open on both sides. So this is how it looks. If you have any question, guys, do not forget to drop it on the comment section, and make sure to like this video. You can sew up one side if you choose to. Maybe you do not want it open, you can sew it up. If you do want it open, you leave it. All right, it's more like pleat. Okay, So this is it. Now let me turn it. All right, let's turn the back so you see how it looks at the back. You see it. It is hidden at the back. It is hidden. This is it. So do not forget to drop a comment on the comment section. This brown papers, this brown part of it, that is what gives you that opening at that side. It doesn't start from the bust, it starts from the waist. Okay, so this is it. For placing on the fabric, all right, all you need to do is just carry it this way it is, place it on fabric and trace it out. All right, and make sure you add sewing allowance by the side and your dress is ready. It doesn't need much. Now this particular dress does not have um it wasn't padded. All right, you do not need to pad it, but if you decide to add breast cup, it is your choice, you can do that, but there's no need for it. Okay, now for the finishing of this dress, it is full lining or facing, depending on the fabric you're working with. You know, if you're working with a thicker fabric, you just work with facing, but if your fabric needs a lining to make it more firm, then you're going for full lining, and possibly you'll be exhaling the lining and the fabrics. All right, so this is it. If you have any question, feel free to drop it on the comment section. And as a beginner, I would advise you try this out on the pattern paper before cutting it on your fabric. Two pattern paper gives you this, or three or four at most will help you out in doing this. So try it out on the pattern paper is better.